Facebook peeps, and welcome to the second Facebook Live demonstration, One Flavor, 5 Ways from LorAnn Oils. Today we're going to show you how to make a super easy recipe for all your fall parties. You don't even need to bake it, super simple. These are walnut bourbon balls. They're sort of like a little truffle. They're sweet, but they have a distinct bourbon flavor, and that's because we're using LorAnn bourbon flavoring, super strength flavoring today to make them. So let's take a look at our ingredients. To start off, you're going to need a lot of vanilla wafers. We suggest one 11-ounce box. Your grandparents knew how to party. They have these in stock all the time, and they were right. These are great. We're going to crush these up in just a little bit. You're also going to need 2 cups of confectioner's sugar. That's just the smart person word for powdered sugar. We're going to sift 1 cup and leave 1 cup unsifted. You'll also need 2 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 cup of chopped walnuts, and you can buy them chopped or chop them yourself depending on how much work you want to put into it. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you could even put a little flaked coconut in there. You're going to need 1/4 cup of chilled or room temperature coffee and 3 tablespoons of corn syrup. And the not so secret ingredient, LorAnn Oils Super Strength Bourbon Flavor. This has a really great oaky kind of bourbon whiskey flavor. And the really nice thing about LorAnn Oils and their flavorings is that you don't have to use very much. You're going to have it around for quite a while because they're 3 times stronger than any extract. So we'll be putting that in to give us a nice sweet oaky flavor. We're going to grab our wafers, we're going to start crushing. And the easiest way to do this, I think, is just put them in a little bag, kind of a Ziploc bag, get all the air out so that you're not, kind of crushing nothing. And get a nice little rolling pin here, and we're just gonna chop these up. And it takes a little bit. The nice thing about the Ziploc bag too is it means that you don't get crumbs everywhere. It kind of keeps the mess a little contained. No right way to do it again, just kind of crush, 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 move it all around. Maybe turn your bag over, try to get some on the other side. You get the idea. All right, so obviously these are not fully crushed. I had someone help me crush an entire bag earlier. So here they are right here, nice fine crumbs, as you can see. And we have about 2½ cups of crumbs in there. So now we're gonna start mixing our ingredients. We have all our crumbs, we're gonna put them into a bowl. Just like that, easy peasy. Okay, so now I've got our vanilla wafers all crushed up in the bowl. I'm going to add all of our dry ingredients. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of cocoa. And there's 1. And 2. Great. I'm going to do our 1 cup of chopped walnuts. Even that out there, getting close. That looks pretty good. And I'm gonna need this again because now I'm going to do 1 cup of unsifted powdered sugar. We're gonna use the other cup, we're gonna sift it a little later, and we're gonna use that to coat the outside of these bourbon walnut balls. You might make a little mess with your powdered sugar, that's okay. You can't be afraid of a little mess in the kitchen. No big deal. And we're almost there. A little more. And we might have a little extra there. We're just going to kind of scoop it back in. Beautiful. Okay, so now I have all my dry ingredients. I'm going to give this all a good mix so that everything's nice and even before I start adding my wet ingredients. Just want to make sure that everything's kind of uniform, that you have a nice little mixture. That way when you start adding your wet ingredients, they'll combine really, really nicely. So we'll give that a decent little mix there. And that's looking pretty good. All right, we'll set that to the side. Now we're gonna start with our wet ingredients. I'm gonna start with my coffee first, and we need 1/4 cup of that. I'm gonna go nice and slow. There we go, 1/4 cup of coffee. That's the chilled or room temperature coffee as well. All right, I also need 3 tablespoons of corn syrup. I'm going to use the same spoon that I used for my cocoa. And I'm just going to spoon that right out and into here. This is where the bourbon balls are going to get all their good sticky gooiness from. So there's 1. 2. And one more. 3. Excellent. Oop. A little messy, that's okay. All right, and now, once again, our extra strength bourbon flavor from LorAnn Oils. Again, this is strong, which is great. We only need a little bit. We're gonna use half of a teaspoon. It's gonna give us that really good oaky bourbon flavor without the hangover. Lovely. Perfect. And now we're gonna mix again. Get a nice, even mixture. You just want to combine all of your dry and all of your wet ingredients all together. Get a nice, even mix. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start actually rolling the balls. It's getting pretty good. Oh, it smells so good. So this is really getting to a good point now. We have a really good mixture. It's not too wet. It's to a point where we can really easily roll it into balls. So that's what we're going to do next here. There we go. All right, so now we're ready to roll into balls. We'll kind of move this out of the way. Get a little plate. And what we're gonna wanna do is make balls that are about 1 inch in diameter. You can just grab a little mixture there. You can start to roll, and you kind of want to cup your hands. Think of the way that a cheerleader claps, and that'll help you get like a really, really nice little ball, just like that. Perfect little kind of 1 inch size, and we'll start to place those on the plate there. And we'll grab a little bit more mixture. Just show you that again. And sometimes after you've done a few of these, the mixture kind of gets on your hands a little bit, starts to get a little sticky. You might need to rinse your hands off just every once in a while, just to keep the mixture off of it so they don't start to crumble. So that's that. I am not going to make you watch me roll all of that mixture in. I've already prepared some, so we'll bring those in now. And here are our prepared walnut bourbon balls, ready to go. And our next step is that we need to sift some powdered sugar in order to make our coating. So we're going to do that. So the recipe calls for a cup of sifted powdered sugar. I'm not going to do a whole cup. I just want to give you an idea of how we're going to do this. So we're just going to kind of spoon a little bit of powdered sugar in at a time. In a bowl or a plate, whatever's easiest for you to roll on. This is one of those old-timey sifters. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is the best way to sift. We're going to sift some powdered sugar so that it's nice and light and airy. And that's good for now. It gives you an idea. And then one at a time, you're just going to take each ball and you're just going to kind of roll it around in the powdered sugar until it's nice and coated. You might even want to tap a little bit off. Sometimes it gets a little bit stuck. You can kind of see that there, how that looks. Really nicely coated. Perfect. And just one at a time, you're going to keep doing that. Just get it nice and covered. Again, tap it off. Just get a nice little coating on there. Perfect. Super easy. Do you see how fast that was to make? Such an easy little party treat. And we'll bring our finished balls back in here again, our finished walnut bourbon balls. And here they are. Again, that was so fast. All we did was crush up some vanilla wafers. We added all of our dry ingredients, we added all of our wet ingredients, no baking necessary, super simple, perfect for all your fall parties. And again, that not so secret ingredient is our LorAnn Oils super strength bourbon flavor. Go online to LorAnnOils.com, you can get it right there. And be sure to check out our previous live demonstration. You can still get it on LorAnn Oils Facebook page or at oneflavor5ways.com, and that was our cotton candy poke cake. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.